The village of Carden was small, hidden deep in the valley where the river met the mountains. Outsiders rarely came there, and those who did never stayed long. There was something unsettling about the silence, the way people stared with suspicion, and how whispers carried through the narrow streets long after dark. To strangers it seemed like a forgotten town, but to those who lived there it was more than just a home. It was a place bound by secrets and rituals older than memory. Every year at the end of summer, the villagers gathered in the central square for something they called the ritual of cutting. They never explained what it meant to outsiders, they never wrote about it, never spoke of it openly, and never let children ask too many questions. It was simply understood that when the bell tower struck midnight and the torches were lit, the people would gather to watch the cutting of the blue banana. The fruit itself was a mystery. It didn't grow on any tree in the valley. No one had ever seen it sprouting from the earth or hanging from a branch. Yet, once a year, without fail, a single blue banana appeared in the hands of the elders. Its skin was smooth, glowing faintly under torchlight, not the dull yellow of ordinary bananas, but a rich, eerie blue that seemed almost alive. On the evening of the ritual, 17-year-old Lyra stood with her mother in the crowd. It was her first time being allowed to watch up close. The smell of burning wood filled the air, and the silence of the people was heavier than any sermon. The elders arrived in their long robes, carrying the fruit carefully on a silver plate. The village leader, old Marek, raised his hands. His voice was cracked with age but sharp enough to cut through the stillness.
Tonight we honor the covenant. We repeat what has been done since the first blood was spilled, and we keep the balance between us and them.
Balance.
Marek held up a long knife, its blade thin, shining with strange symbols carved into the steel. Slowly he lowered it toward the blue banana. The crowd leaned forward, holding their breath as though the smallest noise might shatter the moment. The blade pressed into the skin, and with the first slice, a strange sound filled the square. Not the soft tear of fruit, but something sharper, almost like a scream, muffled inside the flesh. Blue juice seeped out, glowing faintly, dripping down the blade like liquid light. Children gasped, and even adults clenched their fists, as if resisting the urge to look away. The fruit was cut into 3 perfect pieces, each one laid on the silver plate. Marek's hands trembled as he lifted the first piece, holding it toward the sky.
We give.
Then he placed the slice into a small black box carved from stone, its lid etched with runes no one could read. That piece was eaten, always by the chosen one. This year, it was a young man named Darren, barely older than Lyra, his face pale with fear.
And we remember.
The words were heavier, darker, and the crowd spoke them slower, as if afraid of what they meant. For a moment, she swore she heard it whisper, though no one else reacted.